Welcome to the Moneypants Solution digital online course, where we're going to show you how to set up the Moneypants solution in your home. Step 2 is bring the family together. In this step, you're going to watch the setup videos as well as the chore training videos with your kids. We'll show you how to customize the point charts to match your family's specific needs. We'll go over how to divvy up the household chores appropriately and come up with a chore schedule. You're going to print out point charts for each of your children. You're going to print out and post a job checklist in each work area. You're going to print out a master checklist for the job time inspector. You're going to get all your cleaning supplies together and ready for each job area. And you'll choose a day of the week to do payday. Then we'll show you how to help your kids map out their new financial responsibilities. In short, you're going to make sure everyone knows their jobs, how much they're going to get paid, and what they're going to have to start buying with their own money. We'll even show you how to put you, the parents, on the Moneypants system. You'll be assigning someone to be the job time inspector and someone to do payday. And we'll show you how to avoid 3 common mistakes parents make when assigning chores. This is where all the principles we discussed in step number 1 come into play, and we start to hand out responsibilities within the home. Since this is a longer step, we're going to break it into 2 parts. The first thing you're going to do is get the family together and watch the setup videos as well as the chore training videos with your kids. The reason we do this is so that everyone in the family is on the same page. We found that frequently kids will remind parents of proper procedures on how to run the system, as well as keeping the parents on track when it comes to payday, chore schedules, and inspections. For a tired, busy parent, having the whole family on board is like having extra brain power to help stay focused and consistent. It's like holding a family council. Simply sit down with the whole family and watch the videos. Now it's time to customize the point charts to match your family's specific needs. In Moneypants step number 1, we advised you not to change the point charts, but we were talking specifically about changing the point chart values, how much each job pays. However, what you can change are the actual jobs themselves. For example, there's a family who doesn't have a yard. As such, they don't need any of the weekly chores like lawn care or weeding. What they do have is an in-home hair salon, so they swapped the yard care chores for deep cleaning the salon. In order to do this, simply open the point chart and click and highlight the chore or habit you want to change and type in the new chore or habit. Be sure to save your work. When it comes to modifying daily chores, remember to keep the chores specific and doable within the 30-minute time limit. For more details on how to do that, see the questions and answers document included for this step. We recommend using the existing pre-filled daily habits to start. The habits were carefully selected based off of years of research and application. Each habit is chosen to help your children maintain balance in all aspects of their lives, including mental, social, physical, emotional, spiritual, and academic. We recommend keeping the existing daily habits for at least 6 months. If after 6 months you still feel the need to modify the daily habits, just remember to follow a few simple guidelines. They are: goals must be specific and measurable. Goals must be positive and achievable. See the proper goal-setting document and infographic at the end of this lesson for more details and ideas on how to set goals to help your children develop good habits. For weekly chores, each job shouldn't last more than an hour. If it lasts more than an hour, split it into multiple jobs with separate pay for each one. When dividing up the jobs amongst your family members, there's a lot to consider. You have to take into account the ages of your children, for example, if you have a toddler who needs a mentor, the abilities of your children, if there are physical or mental limitations, the size of your home, and the size of your family. We created a simple document that makes suggestions for what ages are appropriate for what jobs. It's called the Age-Appropriate Jobs List. It gives a logical order that your kids should learn the jobs in the home and at what age your kids should do the jobs. It starts out with straightening the living room at around age 2 and ends with preparing meals for the family by age 10. And in between it covers all the other jobs like cleaning bathrooms and doing laundry. If you have toddlers ages 2 to 3 learning jobs, you will need to assign someone to work with them during job time. Toddlers get easily distracted, and it takes them longer to learn to do their jobs. You need to assign someone to be in charge of rewarding them for completing individual sections of their jobs. This can be a parent or an older sibling. See the Q&A article, Working with Toddlers, and the Moneypants Junior document for more information. As for the weekly jobs, they are mainly for kids ages 4 and older and are more subjective to your family's individual situation. For instance, your 4-year-old probably should not be mowing or edging the lawn, but they are perfectly capable of washing windows or straightening the backyard. We recommend giving the higher-paying jobs to the older kids. The higher-paying jobs are generally more difficult and require more skills and physical size, like washing the car, babysitting, or mowing the lawn. However, you are going to have to decide who can use the lawnmower and who can babysit at what age. Sometimes older kids aren't as good at babysitting as perhaps a younger sibling. It has to be your judgment call. We recommend using the consistency bonus to determine who the most responsible kids are. Generally speaking, the kids who earn the consistency bonus are the most trustworthy. They are more likely to follow directions and be good babysitters. If you have children with physical disabilities, you'll have to assign jobs accordingly. For instance, if you have a kid in a wheelchair, you won't want to assign him the lawn mowing job. If you have a child with learning disabilities, you'll want to put them in the jobs for younger kids, and you should refer to the Moneypants Junior for tips and tricks on how to help them learn their jobs effectively. If you live in a mansion with only 2 children, there will be too much work to do. As we'll explain in Moneypants step number 3, job time should only be 30 minutes. If completing their daily jobs takes both your kids longer than 30 minutes, you'll want to adjust what jobs you assign, and you will still probably need to hire outside help. Also, vacuuming a large home may need to be split up into multiple jobs if it takes longer than 30 minutes to vacuum the entire house. On the flip side, if you live in a tiny house with many children, you may need to split up existing jobs into smaller pieces so you have enough jobs for everyone, or think of more jobs to do. If you have a small family, one person could feasibly clear the table, wipe the counters, and do the dishes all within 30 minutes. However, in a big family where the mess is significantly larger, where it's the equivalent of Thanksgiving dinner every night, several people should be assigned to kitchen cleanup chores. Split up the jobs into smaller pieces. Remember, the way to determine how reasonable a job is by how long it takes you, the parent, to complete it. If you can complete a chore within 30 minutes, your child should be able to learn to complete it within 30 minutes as well. Now, with those criteria in mind, here's how to assign the jobs for your family. We recommend a maximum of 3 daily chores for each child, and one of those chores should be cleaning their bedroom. We also recommend only 1 or 2 weekly chores each. Again, all this would depend on the size of your home, your yard, and your family. For example, if you have 5 children, each kid should be assigned to clean their bedroom, plus 1 or 2 additional daily jobs. There should be no jobs left over. If you have 3 children, each kid will be assigned their bedroom plus 1 or 2 daily jobs. However, there will be at least 3 jobs left over. These leftover jobs should be assigned to the parents. But if you only have 2 children, each one should have to clean their room plus 1 or 2 other jobs, and there would be at least 5 jobs left over. If you were to assign those leftover jobs to your kids, it would be overdoing it. They would have 5 or 6 jobs each, and all they would do is clean the house all day. They certainly wouldn't be able to finish by the 30-minute timer. At this point, you have 3 options. You can assign the leftover jobs to you and your spouse and spend a large portion of your day cleaning the home. You can hire a maid, or, our favorite option, you can have more children. Again, all the jobs have to be assigned. Jobs can't simply be left undone. The home has to run. Someone has to do them. See the Moneypants Boss document for more ideas on how to set this up for parents. Once the jobs are divvied up and you've made any modifications to the job descriptions, you can print out the point charts. To do so, type in the name of each child, type in the date, and print out 1 point chart for each member of the family who will be doing chores. Highlight the daily chores for each child, highlight their habits, and highlight their weekly chores as well, and post them on the fridge. We recommend posting them on the fridge because it's a public area where everyone has access for marking their points. You can use magnets to attach the charts to the fridge or tape. Be sure to have a designated chore marking pen handy as well. Now, we've also seen parents laminate the point charts and use erasable marker for marking points. The only caveat to that approach is that someone may come by and erase, accidentally or purposefully, their siblings' points. That's why we usually mark points with a pen. See the Q&A about what to do when there's point chart dishonesty, whether it's lying about chores completed, marking points dishonestly, or changing or destroying someone else's point chart. The penalties are pretty stiff. Once you're done assigning jobs and posting them on the fridge, it's time to come up with a game plan. When to do the chores. The rule of thumb is simple. If a child is home during a mealtime, there's a 30-minute chore time directly following every meal. The table gets cleared and wiped, the counters get cleared, the dishes get cleaned, and all the other jobs get done as well. This includes doing the laundry, sweeping and vacuuming the floors, cleaning the bathroom, etc. It's best to have everyone working at the same time. It creates a sense of synergy and teamwork. If your child's job isn't a mess, good news for them. They have less work to do. They still get paid the normal amount. Now, if a child has to leave directly after a meal, they could try completing their job before the meal so it can pass inspection. Otherwise, you will assign a job substitute for them. We'll talk more about job time in Moneypants step number 3. As for weekly jobs, choose a day that your family can work together as a team to get all the weekly jobs done. For example, here's a possible routine. First thing Saturday morning, require your kids to deep clean their bedrooms. Then take the whole family out to breakfast. When you come home, get to work on the weekly chores. Set a 2-hour timer from 10 a.m. to noon for everyone to get their respective weekly jobs done. It's a big team effort to get the home clean and organized, and afterwards, take the rest of the afternoon off. It's very gratifying to see the whole house get whipped into shape so quickly, and going out to breakfast makes it a fun tradition. Plus, kids enjoy the higher pay of the weekly jobs, and it's very satisfying to add those large numbers to their point charts. Next, you're going to print out the job inspection checklist, cut it out, and post each job description in each corresponding job area. The job time checklist has the requirements for each job area. For instance, the bathrooms would get a bathrooms inspection checklist, which includes 16 specific items that must be completed in order for the job to pass inspection. This makes it easy to make sure the job was done right. It also makes job time inspection less subjective. There's no confusion as to what's expected and what qualifies as done. We suggest taping the individual job inspection list in a discrete place that's easily accessible to the one cleaning. The inside of a cabinet door usually works pretty well. You're going to print out a master inspection checklist. The only difference between this checklist and the non-master version is that the master checklist doesn't have cut lines on the page. This master checklist is the sheet that will be used by the job time inspector for all the jobs as they go around inspecting. We found it helpful to laminate this sheet. At the beginning of each chore training video, there's a list of supplies needed for that job. Once you've chosen which jobs your family will do, have your kids gather together the supplies they'll need to do their jobs. If you don't have enough cleaning supplies, have your kids report to you what they still need. You can make a quick run to the store with your list. Cleaning supplies shouldn't cost too much. Please note, all the training videos rely on organic cleaning methods for safety reasons. When shopping, keep this in mind. A lot of traditional cleaning chemicals are extremely dangerous, and your kids should not be handling them. If you are used to using a chemical cleaner, please consider using the safer alternatives we suggest. With your family all together, choose a day of the week to do payday. This is a critical component of the Moneypants system. It fuels everything, so it has to happen rain or shine. We recommend scheduling payday on a weekend when everyone is home and at a time you can do it on a regular basis. It takes about 5 minutes to pay each person and review their week, so schedule accordingly. We'll go into more detail and show how to run payday in Moneypants step number 4. And that'll wrap up the first half of Moneypants step number 2, your homework. Sit down with the family and watch the setup videos and chore training videos. Customize the point charts to meet your family's needs and situation. Divvy up all the chores. Decide on a chore schedule. Print out and post a job checklist in each job area. Print out point charts and post them on the fridge. Print out and laminate a master checklist. Have your kids get all the necessary cleaning supplies together. Choose a day and time to have payday each week. When you're done with that, move on to part 2.